wanted to talk about one of my favorite things to talk about lately, and that's sketchbooks. This is my first ever completely finished sketchbook. I have never finished a sketchbook, but I did. I finished this one. I am super proud of myself. I feel like I just feel accomplished that I was able to completely fill a sketchbook. I don't know, it just seems like such a daunting thing when you're like starting. You're like, how will I ever fill all these pages? But I don't know. It was cool. I enjoyed it, and so now I'm going to just flip through it with you guys and kind of talk about it. So if you like yapping and looking at art while people are yapping, stick around. Go through the sketchbook with me and let me know what you think down below in the comments. Without delaying any longer, let's get into the sketchbook. I have my welcome page, which I was inspired to do by Kira in the Forest. I saw on Instagram that she does welcome pages for all of her sketchbooks, and I just thought that was genius because that first page is always so, like, I don't know, intimidating, because you want it to be good because it's the first thing you see. And I wouldn't necessarily argue that this is like good or anything. I think it's cute, but it makes sense. It's a welcome page. And here we have some cats and some tacos and chalupas and stuff, which I think this was actually the first page I did as a warm-up before I actually went into this. This was done with acrylics, by the way. This was when I was trying to do art journaling because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to draw, so I decided to do some art journaling. This was off of Wasteland Weekend. It is a post-apocalyptic Mad Max festival in the Mojave Desert. It's a lot of fun. If that is your vibe, you should go. It'll be great. Birds, because I love birds, especially herons. Herons are so just cool looking to me. I actually drew this one and this one after I had completely finished the sketchbook because I was out of pages, but I don't have my other sketchbook yet, and so I wanted to draw still, so I just was looking for an open spot and I found one. This, I'm not even sure. I'm not a huge fan of this spread. More Wasteland Weekend stuff, the Atomic Cafe. And this is my husband's palette jack that he made. It's like a ATV, palette jack turned ATV. It looks much cooler in person. I did not do it justice at all. So if you want to see how cool this actually looks, you should go to his page and check it out. It's Palette Jack Guy. Again, looks so much cooler than the way I made it look. More art journaling with some random sketches. A bunny, a bat, Pepsi can, my cool monster mug. Art journaling. Birds, because I will always love trying to draw birds. This was when I first got all my paints and stuff back out. The possum too. And I was just trying to get back into painting. So this was a study that I did because I wanted to do a painting, and I did do the painting. I'll put the picture over here somewhere maybe of the painting. I think the painting turned out pretty good. I got the proportions a little wrong, I think, in the painting, but I still think it turned out really good. Like, not necessarily wrong, just kind of like shrunked. Like, this is nice and long, like it should be, and my painting's a little shorter than I wanted it to be, but I think that it still turned out really cute, and I just really like it still. Attempting to draw flowers. This and this and this was actually drawn at a local coffee shop, Lorema, here where I live, and I was just drawing, what was at the table in front of me. This is one of their plants, and this is obviously their breakfast sandwich and coffee mug, so that was fun. trying to, do some figure drawing, trying to practice drawing people. Not my strong suit at all, but, practice random things from my art studio. Attempting to draw people was my husband. I should probably hold this up because all the pictures aren't looking quite right because they're on the table. These were all of my kids in their Halloween costumes. My attempt at them anyway. My husband on our anniversary. More attempts at drawing figures and poses. Random playground equipment outside and the kids sitting around their table. And lizards. Between lizards and birds, it's hard to decide, but I would say that lizards are my favorite to draw. I draw them quite often. I had started originally drawing them because an artist that I look up to said that drawing lizards and I think bats was a good way to practice for drawing dragons, and I love dragons and I want to one day be able to draw them and create them well, and so I started practicing lizards. But I love drawing lizards and I just didn't stop drawing them. Yep, see, here's some more. I love all of them. They're all so great. Handsome little guys. Trying to draw flowers again. I don't know why flowers are so difficult for me, but they are. The Grinch. Jim Carrey's Grinch. This is, I was trying to flesh out an idea for a painting again. So this is Elish Norn from Magic the Gathering. If you love Magic the Gathering, I'm sure you recognize her. So this was me trying to flesh out an idea. Started getting a little bit closer with what I was going to do. I ended up doing something similar to this, but not quite. And while I'm loving the painting, and I'll show you over here somewhere what it's looking like right now. It's not completed, but I'll show you the current progress I have of it. While I think it's looking great and I love it, I'm almost wishing that I would have stuck with this kind of design. Anyway, I still think the painting is looking amazing and it's going to be awesome when it's finished, but I may eventually do a second one with more of this composition. Birds. Random scribbles and more birds and some random flowers with the birds. And again, more birds. And more lizards. I was trying to practice like an ink style more so with these two, whereas before I just mostly did sketches. These two I was trying to actually flesh out like an inking process. So still a lot to learn as far as that goes. I was trying to draw some frogs because frogs are adorable, and snakes, which snakes are deceptively hard to draw. These were so hard for no reason. This is when I got my set of gouache paints. Someone gifted them to me, and so I've been practicing with them. And these were the first 2 pages I did, practicing with the gouache paints. This is from the game Don't Starve Together, one of my favorite games to play. I love to play with my husband or my sister. It's a lot of fun. And this is my favorite character, Wendy, and her twin sister, Abigail. This is Glommer, because who doesn't love Glommer? If you play the game, you know. A little girl with a goose. This was kind of like trying to flesh out a logo design, maybe. See the KM for Caitlin Messer, but I don't know. We'll see where that goes. More birds. He looked so like strange and unique that I wanted to try and sketch him, but it just wasn't working out the way I wanted it to, and I struggled quite a bit with him. But here we are. Lizards. This one had a really cool look to him. So, more gouache practice pages. Let's see if I can maybe do a close up instead of far away. I don't know what would be best. But here we go. Some more practice with gouache. I think most of the pages left are practice gouache. We'll see. Because I was having a lot of fun practicing with it. Yeah, more practice with gouache. I love rainy days and forest, so that's what I was really practicing. And of course, lizards. This is probably the first lizard I actually ever painted. I usually just do quick study sketches and maybe a little bit of inking. So this is the most completed lizard I've ever done, even if he's not completely finished. But it's pretty, I like him. Some gouache studies. Again, trying to do rainy days. I love rainy days. And now we are at the last page. The last two pages. I ended with a heron, and then this heron I tried doing colored pencils. I don't usually use colored pencils, and so it's like, let me just practice with colored pencils a little bit on this last one. And a rainy day. I will probably continue to practice rainy days until it's no longer a struggle and is just easy and second nature to me, because I love them so much. That was my first ever fully completed sketchbook, and I look forward to the next one, and then maybe comparing the two when I finish the other one and seeing my progress over the next month or so. I'm trying to draw every single day now, and so I'll probably fill it much more quickly. Like, I've filled out the end of this one much faster than the first half because I started being very disciplined with my art practice and drawing and painting more consistently. And so I look forward to finishing another sketchbook, decorating the front of the sketchbook, and seeing how much I improve. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.